each other on if it's the mic call, where we going with protection. He stepped it up a lot.
Hey, Lamont, so in terms of kind of being close to season year and you playing at center, I mean, how much more comfortable are you at that position now than you did, say, you or last year?
I believe I've stepped it up. I've learned a lot, and I've gained over the few months. I've worked hard on my craft, worked my technique. I've just been trying to get everybody on the right pace so they can follow me and know that they can trust me with my calls.
Your situation is pretty incredible, really, isn't it? I mean, you came here as a D lineman, if I recall, and now you've gone from center to from guard to center, and you're playing a lot. Was there ever any doubt for you about where you were going to fit in, or if you were going to fit in, and how do you think? Why have you been able to make that transition? That's not an easy one.
To be honest, I didn't know where I was going to be at. As long as I got on the field, that's what I was happy with. When I made the move to offense, I was kind of uncertain about it, but obviously it worked out for the best. And I'm going to just keep doing my best as I go along.
What's your impression of those big guards next to you? I mean, you got some big dudes, there depending on, who it is. And what's been your impression of that? Kirby was talking about how they want to try to get 4 in the mix. I mean, Can you tell us about Solomon, about Pat, about Kendall?
They all worked hard. They worked hard from the start of the camp to now. They've been doing a good job, and they just trusted the coaching and the techniques, and it's done them well. And I'm happy to play next to all of them.
I'm sorry. What's impressed you about Andrew?
Andrew, he's a tough kid. He's fast. He got quick feet. He's a good. He came in ready to learn, and his technique was phenomenal when he first came in. And he listened, so I respect it.
What is the most important thing about a center is to get the ball to the quarterback, and that's not a small thing. How do you feel about that part, delivering the ball correctly every time in the shotgun?
Yeah, I'm comfortable now. Before, it gave me a lot of trouble. I mean, I had my ups and downs, but after a while, you just muscle memory, and I've gotten it down.
Are you doing the Cablano method, or are you doing the spiral method?
Oh, no, just a spiral. I just try to get it back there. I don't need that.
Lamont, so how often have you worked with Eason on these snaps, and how's that going?
Every day, especially, of course, during practice, after practice, if we need to. If our snaps wasn't so good that day, and they'll come, hey, let's get some more snaps, and that's fine with me as long as we can perfect it.
How close are you and Eason?
We're good friends. He always on my back. Like today, when I had to run for the penalties, he was on me like, hey, let's go. It's time to run. So I took a heat of it.
Jalen Hurts took out his entire offensive line, bought them dinner. Has Jacob done anything like that for you yet?
Nah, not yet. But I told him if we have no sacks, then he has to come up with something.
Terry Godwin's kind of developed into the veteran leader of this wide receiver core. What have you seen from him in terms of improving his leadership this season?
Oh, he's improved a lot from his position to leading the team, leading his position room. He's done a great job, and he's got good hands, and I love it about him. It makes me know if he's going to catch it, I'm going to be right at the block for him.
Jackson Harris was saying that you can hear his voice more in the huddle. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, everybody has spoken up. They played their role, and everybody's doing a good job just being themselves and playing their position.
What's your thoughts on App State?
They're a good team, especially the defense. We're looking at them a lot, but we just got to focus on ourselves and move on.
How aware are you guys of what they did against Tennessee and what App State did against Michigan 10 years ago?
Oh, we're very aware. We know when they come to play, then we have to get right. If not, then it's going to be a long game.
In terms of the offensive line, I mean, what are the expectations amongst all of you this year?
For all of us, just to be better. I've said that plenty of times, but it's just for us to bring that pride back to Georgia. It's like that our offense can block and we can run the ball.
You say be better. What do you mean by be better? What exactly specifically do you guys?
Not giving up big plays, not giving up sacks, not giving up our running backs having less than 100 yards a game. That's what we want them to have, more than 100 yards a game.
What do you think of this offense? What can you guys do better than you did last year, you think?
Everything to me. We can be better in every aspect if you ask me. we need to step it up. We have a week to get it right, and if we're not, then it's going to be a long game.
Hey, are we pronouncing your name right? Gaillard?
It's Gaillard. Silent
See,
A.
I knew. It's Gaillard? What's the derivation of your name? Is it?
It's
Sounds
French.
like some French, yeah? You got some
Ancestors.
Cajun ancestry or anything like that?
I have no clue. I need to go back in history and look at it.
Hadn't done the old
Ancestry.com.
DNA swab or anything? Gaillard then. So yeah, I knew we were getting it wrong.
It's
yeah.
fine.
Thank you.
What about Nick? You know, you obviously 2 years now removed from his injury. Is he going to be kind of closer to what he was back then, or?
Yeah, I just have to wait to see. I can't speak on what he's going to do on Saturdays. We don't even know what we're going to do on Saturdays. We just have to come out and play.